Good evening and welcome now to New Madrid County Central High School. I'm Frankie Castillo, glad to have you alongside. It is Mules basketball, and we have hit the road here tonight as the Mules will take on the state-ranked Eagles out of New Madrid. It is, of course, senior night for New Madrid. This time of year, we're going to run into a lot of senior nights. We've got a full week of high school basketball coming your way today as the Mules are looking to capitalize on their back-to-back wins this past week. Mules got a victory last Wednesday over Kennett, and then, of course, on Friday night against New Madrid, the Mules were able to get a big win against New Madrid, or make that against, rather, not New Madrid, but they were able to get a big win over the Notre Dame Bulldogs as well. So get ready for that here tonight. As the Mules, it is senior night once again, so what's going to happen is we're going to, after this game, and it's going to be ending in about 20 seconds or not, so we're going to have senior night, and there's a few seniors here, about 3 seniors on the basketball team. And then we're going to get to some basketball action. Poplar Bluff is going to take on the Eagles, and what should be a pretty good ball game coming your way later on tonight. And this game has come to an end as we are getting ever so closely to Mules basketball here tonight. Now, these two teams, they did meet up earlier this year. It was all the way back in the SEMO Conference tournament, and Poplar Bluff came up short in that game. However, a lot has changed over the last couple of months. Mules are playing a lot better, and I can hear the PA address announcer asking all of the seniors to come out to midcourt, and they're going to begin here in just a few moments, and so make sure and stick around for that. So what we're going to do is we'll take a quick timeout here on the radio side of things, and we'll keep it here live on Facebook and on YouTube, as we are live on the radio as well as on Facebook and YouTube. So what we'll do is we are going to step away, and we are getting ever so close now to the opening tip-off between Poplar Bluff and New Madrid. Coming up later on tonight, my good friend John Scott. I'm looking at him. He is sitting right behind what will be the Mules bench. We'll get him up on the air coming up in just a few moments. Let's take a quick timeout on the radio side of things, and we'll come right back. You're watching and listening to live coverage of Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. So we're going to keep it right here on Facebook and on YouTube for just a moment, getting everything set up here and ready to go. It is a senior night, and I don't know if I think they are doing a senior night possibly for the girls basketball team as well. That's what it looks like here at New Madrid. Looks like they are doing the boys and the girls basketball team. So we're just going to wait to see kind of how that all pans out. And then Poplar Bluff will take the court coming up here in a few moments. I was talking to head coach Will Durden earlier on, and he tells me that his team is ready to go tonight. Big win on Wednesday of last week, and again on Friday night when the Mules took on the Notre Dame Bulldogs. Mules got a victory there. 65-47 was the ball game. Tim and I were not there at that ball game. Sean Mann filled in for me. We had to do a ball game at the Three Rivers College in Poplar Bluff, but we are back. It seems like every year we always miss one basketball game a year, and that game has now came and gone. So now we are back where we should be, right here live with Poplar Bluff. Going to take a 1-minute timeout here, so we'll come back here in 1 minute, and we'll continue with live coverage of Mules basketball live here in New Madrid. All right, so we are back here live. We are back here live in New Madrid, and let's go ahead now and kind of break down where the Mules are right now in this season. Poplar Bluff took on the Bulldogs out of New Madrid, or make that of Notre Dame rather, this past Friday night. In the first quarter, Mules got off to a pretty good lead. They would go up 21-11 by the end of one. And then in the second quarter, the Mules would outscore Notre Dame +7 as the Mules outscored 13-6. Later in that third, it was a much closer contest, and that's when the Mules outscored Notre Dame 12-10. And then in the fourth quarter, the Bulldogs actually outscored the Mules by a score of 20-19, as the Mules would end up getting a big win at 65-47. They were able to hold Notre Dame to a field goal percentage of 35%. They were 19 out of 54. Not to mention, they were just 4 out of 7 at 7 opportunities when it comes to the free throw line for 57%. And they forced 19 turnovers on the three-point line. The Mules were able to hold Notre Dame 5 out of 18. Now looking on the Mules side of things, Poplar Bluff shot a lot better on Friday night, 40%. They were 21 out of 52. Not to mention, the Mules only turned it over 10 times. They were 5 out of 20 from behind the arc at 25%. You look at where the scoring came from on Friday night. It was 12 points by Darius Graham, 11 by Gavin Rivers, and then from there 9 by Brendan Durden, and then 7, of course, by Marlon Hickman-Roberson. And then from there, 6 points by Preston Moore, also 7, by the way, by Torrance Williams, and 5 points by David Durbin. Durbin, by the way, hit a big three-point shot during the game on Friday night. 6 points, by the way, by Isaiah Neville. And that was the scoring breakdown from this past Friday night, as the Mules would go on to get a big win over Notre Dame on senior night, 65-47. And the Mules now looking for their first 3-game win streak here of the season. Joining me right now is the head coach of Poplar Bluff, head coach Will Durden. And coach, this time of year, we're going to get everybody's best shot. It'll be a lot of senior nights coming up. Tell me how your team is ready to go against a good team out of New Madrid here tonight.
Well, we've had quite a schedule this year, so we can't say that, this is the first game we're going to play against good competition. We've played against good competition all year. We got to play a full game. Our guys have, we played couple pretty good games lately, and hopefully we learned from that. And I thought we were really solid on defensive end those 2 games, and that's how we're going to have to be the rest of the year.
I was going to say that when it comes to the Mules here of late, they are playing pretty good basketball, winning back-to-back games against Kennett and by Notre Dame. And now you look at this Eagles team. The first time that we met up was all the way back in December. We both can agree a lot of things have changed since that first matchup.
Yeah, a lot of things have got to change. It's been a long season, and I think we've gotten better since then. And the record might not reflect that, but kids have definitely been working hard, and they continue to grind out. And we've made some strides this season, and hopefully it'll show up here late.
Let's talk about Friday night. It's always an emotional time for the coaches on senior night. I thought every senior on your team has stepped up in a big way. And we don't talk about him scoring-wise, but David Durbin, that kid plays hard, had a great ball game on senior night, even knocked down a wide-open three-point shot, nothing but net. Pretty cool.
We've been waiting on that one all year. He's a great kid. He works hard, and plays hard, and he's probably one of the best teammates that we've coached around here, and it's just kind of nice to see, him get off a good game the other night and knock down a couple shots.
Is it just me, or does it seem like this basketball season has flown by? Because we're already now in mid-February. I think coming up next week, you guys will seed for the upcoming districts, and on paper, we only have a few more games left, and that's it.
It has. We were talking, it feels like just yesterday we were talking to our group, and we're talking to seniors about, we need to, live in every moment and play the game like it's going to be our last. And, the season's going to go by fast. And, we always have that conversation. And the seniors, they always look at me like, man, I got some time, and here it is. We have 2 weeks left in the season, so it has gone by fast, but we've enjoyed it. The coaching staff has really enjoyed this group. We enjoyed the senior group, and we're hoping to kind of extend the season a little bit.
Does the team have the mindset coming into tonight, Coach, that we can upset a state-ranked team out of New Madrid? By looking at them earlier on as they were walking in, it looked like from this point they had a lot of confidence walking in.
We got guys that just want to play, and when you have guys that just want to play, then you're always in that upset mind. I mean, we're that mindset that we're just going to go out there and play as hard as we can and play every game, play one game at a time. And that's the kind of the mindset we've adopted this year. And, for us to struggle the way we did throughout that stretch where we were playing a bunch of ranked teams and, for those guys still have a great attitude, come into practice and still come in and work. I mean, it's a great feeling for the coaching staff.
One thing about this New Madrid team is there is a slight possibility they might be overlooking us because they're gearing up for districts. They go a lot earlier than we do. B.J. Williamson, Jadis Jones, that is your primary ball handlers and the offense here for New Madrid. How critical will it be for your Mules to take those two guys out early and get them out of rhythm? If we can do that, can the Mules sustain 4 quarters against this Eagles team?
This team's well coached and they play really hard, and they got some guys that can do some things. I mean, those two guys that you named, they're the only thing you can really do is try to limit their touches and try to get the ball out of their hand. But I mean, the Jadis, he just makes plays. You try to deny him, he'll go get a rebound. You try to do something else, he'll go get a steal. He finds ways, so we just got to make sure the other guys don't beat us.
We can both agree those two guys you just mentioned, B.J. Williamson, Jadis Jones, even A.J. Ruff, they're only juniors, but it seems like they've been in high school now for a decade.
Oh, yeah. I think we said that about a few of the teams here in the SEMO Conference. I mean, SEMO Conference is tough, man. It's tough night in and night out, and, it's just, you're going to battle and you're going to see the same guys 2, 3, 4 times a year, and it feels like they're always there. And those are two of the guys that they were starting as freshmen. So, it feels like they've been around forever.
I may or may not have started a vicious rumor. You can let me know if I'm wrong, but I've been saying now when we get our district seeding, we're going to be a 2 seed. What do you think? Is that a vicious rumor?
I can definitely say you're wrong.
Hey, at least I'm trying to help us, right?
Hey, I like the positive thinking, though.
So when it comes down to it, when everything is said and done, offensively, defensively, rebounding, free throws, to beat New Madrid and to really propel this season and get these boys' confidence on an all-new high, in your mind, what's it going to come down to tonight?
We're going to have to fill the middle on defense and really keep them off the offensive rebound.
All right, Coach. Best of luck to you. We'll see you guys afterwards.
All right, thanks.
Head Coach Will Durden joining us live once again here on the pregame show. Now coming up, we are under 15 minutes away, and we're going to tip it off as the clock has once again started, and we are talking about 14 and a half minutes from right now. We will begin the varsity matchup between Poplar Bluff and New Madrid. Every time I talk about the district seedings, I always tell Coach, I'm going to tell folks that we're going to get a 2 seed, and he always tells me you're nuts. I'm just saying I like to do that, kind of keep him on his A game. All right, so it is senior night on a serious note. It is senior night for New Madrid and for the Mules. They know what's at stake. They know coming up here tonight they're going to have a good battle ahead of them. And for Poplar Bluff, if they are able to get off to a good start, I do think that a lot of good things that can happen. Now, coming up next, we've got about 13 minutes. It is senior night for New Madrid, so obviously the starting 5 is going to be a little bit different here tonight because of the seniors. So we'll see. We'll kind of hold off on telling you who we believe are going to be the starting 5 for New Madrid, only because it is senior night, and I'm sure that Coach McFerrin is going to give his seniors an opportunity to start the ball game here tonight. What I will tell you, what I did see, and I do know that he kind of turned an ankle, is I'm looking at Gavin Rivers right now, and I don't see Gavin Rivers out there warming up. I do see him on the bench. He is not dressed out here tonight, and that leads me to believe that the ankle injury, has plagued him more than what even we were thinking. So keep that in mind. That could be an issue coming up. No Gavin Rivers. If that is the case, it doesn't look like it. Looks like he is not going to play here tonight. That's going to be about 12 points away from the Mules, as he is coming in averaging just under 12 points a ball game. So we'll see how that plagues the Mules coming up tonight, as it looks as of right now that we're not going to have Gavin Rivers on the floor here tonight as they get ready to take on the Eagles out of New Madrid. All right, we're going to have our starting five when we come back, or at least we'll have who we believe are going to be the starting five as we continue live on the pregame show. You're watching and listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff.
All right, so we are back here live in New Madrid. Let's talk about who we believe are going to be the starting five for Poplar Bluff here tonight as they take on the Eagles out of New Madrid. Now, we didn't know about any kind of injuries coming in to Gavin Rivers, but it looks like from what we can see that he is at least on the bench here tonight. He is in street clothes. Not exactly sure what that's about. We can only assume it's some type of undisclosed injury to Gavin Rivers, so we'll have to wait and see how that shakes out. But let's take a look now at Poplar Bluff as they are coming in to the ballgame. They've got a record of 8-11 on the year, and of course they are overall, they're 8-11. Their conference record, it is 2-2 so far this year. They've beaten Kennett and Notre Dame in the SEMO Conference. They've also lost to Jackson and Cape Central. Tonight, we'll see if the Mules can get above 500 on the conference schedule, or if we go a game below 500. The Mules coming in, by the way, they are averaging 63 points on offense, defensively giving up 65. And the Mules, by the way, last time they won districts was back in 2020, 2021. The Mules, by the way, are being coached by Will Durden. He is in his 11th season as the head coach with a record of 164 to 111. Their assistant coaches are Aaron Duncan, Dominique Hardiman, and Dave McCormack. Those are the coaches for the Poplar Bluff Mules. Ron Withrow is tuning in tonight here on social media. Glad to have you alongside Ron for Poplar Bluff Mules basketball. Let's go ahead now and get you to who we believe will be the starting five here tonight. We'll first start off by saying who we believe is going to be the first off the bench here tonight. We believe it'll be number 1, Isaiah Neville, a 6'1" junior. Also number 13, Preston Moore. He is a 6'4" junior. And number 24, Marlon Hickman-Roberson, a 6' junior for the starting five here tonight. We believe it's going to end up being 2 seniors, 2 juniors, and a sophomore. Number 2, Darius Graham. He is a 6' junior. Darius Graham coming in averaging about 13 points a ball game. Also number 10, Torrance Williams, a 6'5" junior. Williams, he is averaging 8.5 points a ball game. You've got number 14, David Durbin. Durbin, he is a 6'2" senior. And Durbin coming into the ball game, averaging about a point a ball game. Also number 30, Brendan Durden, a 6' sophomore. He is averaging just under 10 points a ball game. Number 33, Jack Scott, a 6'6" senior, who is averaging about 2 points a ball game. Those are the starting 5 for the Mules and the first off the bench. Like I said a moment ago, when it comes to the Eagles out of New Madrid, it's kind of hard to pinpoint who the starting 5 is going to be just because it is senior night, so we are anticipating a few more players to possibly start that we normally don't see. So we'll see how that shakes out. By the way, the Eagles coming in, they are ranked number 4 in the state of Missouri in Class 3. They are 16-7 on the year. You look at New Madrid and what they're able to do so far this season as they come in, by the way. They're going to be the home team, and they have won 2 district championships in a row. They are averaging 62 points on offense defensively, only allowing 54. And oh, by the way, the Eagles out of New Madrid, well, they have won their last 4 games in a row. So we'll see how that pans out as we get ready for Mules basketball. It is 7:30 on the dot. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our final timeout of the pregame. When we come back, we will have the official lineups on the way. We'll have tip-off coming up. It is the Mules. It is the Eagles live in New Madrid. You've been listening and watching the pregame show presented by First Midwest Bank. On the way next, it is tip-off. This is the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
Protecting your toys are just as important as protecting your daily driver. First Choice Insurance can help find the coverage for your ATVs, boats, and campers that will give you peace of mind and not break your bank. So don't forget to allow First Choice Insurance to review your insurance needs today.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
Larry Hillis is a proud sponsor of Mule Sports. Local sports, local fans, and local business. A winning combination.
All right, so we are back here live, 2:20 to go before we tip off. It is Poplar Bluff. It is New Madrid. I'm Frankie Castile. Tim Hicks is on the camera, and look who I found wandering along Interstate 55. Maybe you know him, maybe not. John the Man Scott. Glad to have you alongside, my man.
Glad to be here, Frank. Yeah, I got lost down here somewhere, and all of a sudden I see a Poplar Bluff bus go by, and I thought, well, we'll see where they're headed.
There you go. Destination stop right here in New Madrid. You all right, Tim? You're giving. He's worrying me over there. Got all kinds of.
We got cameras.
He's got the camera going.
We got legit camera business. Every time I do this, there's more cameras.
Look what I got.
I like that.
Boy, I got it in a bottle this time so that way I don't spill it.
You need to get your own wrapper on that thing, start selling it, Frank.
I guarantee. I think I'd make millions out of it.
That's right. Worldwide.
Worldwide. So real quick, if you don't mind, what I do want to do here is I kind of messed up again. I didn't really mess up, but tonight is a very special night, not just for Mules basketball, John, but tonight I am proud to say that I am celebrating my 14th wedding anniversary with my amazing wife, Pam. We've been together 16 years, and of those 16 years, married 14 as of tonight, we have spent a total of 2 anniversaries together because I'm always in the gym.
Yeah, well, that's a real testament, Frankie. 14 years is nothing to scoff at for sure, man. It's not easy. As you know, and your wife obviously has tolerated you most of that time.
She deserves an MVP award
yeah,
right there.
Yeah. You got it. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, right?
And I've got that covered already. I've got anniversary and Valentine's covered because tomorrow she'll get the best gift of all. Once again, I'll be in the basketball gym.
That's true. That is the gift that keeps on giving. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. That's
absolutely, indeed. So I just want to take a moment to wish Pam a happy anniversary. I love her, and without her support, we couldn't be here tonight to do this. Also, we're going to go down courtside here in just a moment, and we're going to have our national anthem, and then we're going to come back, and we will have the official lineups between Bluff and New Madrid. It is Poplar Bluff taking on the Eagles. Let's go down fieldside, or courtside, rather. It is our national anthem here tonight, live at New Madrid County High School. National anthem, and now we're about ready for the opening lineups here tonight between New Madrid and Poplar Bluff. Go ahead, John. Sit down. Stay a while, my friend.
Well, I was just admiring the band down here, Frank.
Right, very good.
I got lost over there coming up the stairs.
Yes,
and got in the middle of that deal, and
you had to go all the way around the batting cages.
I went around. I got right in the middle of some guy with a trombone, and I thought it was going to be trouble. But
Lori, glad to have you alongside. Thank you for the anniversary wishes. I really appreciate that, Miss Lori. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night when the Mules take on Dexter. Darius Graham is going to get the start here tonight. 12 points on Friday night. Here comes Torrance Williams for the Mules. He had 7 points on Friday night. David Durbin hit a big three-point shot Friday night. Coach Durden said they were waiting on that all season. Brendan Durden had 9 points on Friday night. And then the big fella, the 6'6" senior, number 33, Jack Scott, We were 5 out of 5 for the Mules. And now let's go down courtside for the Eagles out of New Madrid.
Now the starting lineup for the New Madrid County Central Eagles. Wearing number 5, a 6-foot junior,
Oh, B.J. Williamson, a 6-foot junior. I feel like he's been in high school for over 20 years. Jadis Jones, another 6'5" junior.
Yeah, he's a player, boy.
Number 20, A.J. Ruff. So quite interesting here tonight. I'll get to that moment. Number 24, Caden Minner. And number 32, Braden Newsom. So it is senior night here, but very ironic here. Coach McFerrin says, we want to win here tonight, and they're not starting all their seniors. They're going to start the main guys here tonight against this Mules team.
Yeah, Coach McFerrin, you don't take any chances. You know, Bluff's a good team, can play. He got some size, got some skill, and so he's not going to do the traditional thing, and he's earned the right to do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, because McFerrin, he is in his 13th season here with a record of 213 to 126. Here we go. We are underway. It'll be controlled by the Eagles out of New Madrid, going right to left on your radio dial and your TV screen. Ruff gets a small lane. Oh, what a good move there by Brendan Durden, as Ruff could not get the shot to go up, partially blocked by the Mules. That's a good start by Poplar Bluff. So now we're going to see, A.J. Ruff nearly had a steal. Durden outside, or make that Graham to David Durbin again. He did it again.
He's got the hot hand, Frank.
He's got the hot hand, and we'll take it. The Mules did not lead at all back in that first matchup. And the Mules lead here by 3. Durbin, boy, look how focused he is right now, John.
Green light, Durbin.
Shot is no good by Jadis Jones. Ball is tipped around, and somehow Darius Graham comes up with it. Not sure how that happened. But Mules doing a phenomenal job here early on, coming up on the 7-minute mark here in the first quarter. You know who else is tuning in here tonight, John?
Grandma Jack.
Grandma Jackie is tuning in. There's a quick steal by Minner. And Jones goes up for the one-handed dunk. And now it is a 3-2 ball game now.
Yeah, we usually play New Madrid fairly well. I mean, they're always stacked the last few years for sure, but we usually play them pretty well.
Brendan Durden, a three-point basket is no good. Rebounded by Jadis Jones, and here comes the Eagles now. B.J. Williamson, he'll go inside, shoots and scores. Quick 4-0 run by New Madrid, and now they lead 4-3. Coming in off the bench here, Julian Cordius. He'll come in momentarily. Another steal by Jadis Jones. I feel like New Madrid here, they've gotten mad since the Mules came out and kind of stunned them a little bit on that three-point opportunity. Darius Graham now with it. He is going to drive inside. There's the running floater. It's too strong. Look at the rebound. Oh, it's going to be blocked by Braden Newsom. So Newsom with a big block. And now Minner works it over to A.J. Ruff inside to Newsom. Newsom goes up. It is no good. And somehow got his own rebound. He goes up and still no good. And now Jadis Jones will come away with the offensive board. And he is able to knock down 2 more points. He's got 4 in the ball game. There's another steal. And we're going to get a whistle here, and it's going to be a turnover on New Madrid. So each team with a turnover on that last possession. A.J. Ruff. Lisa Pfister is tuning in here tonight. She says, let's go Mules.
Good Mules fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the way from the foreign land of Illinois.
I was going to say it's in Illinois, I believe. So now Poplar Bluff, as we see there. Oh, a good move there. I thought that was going to go in. Shot is no good by Marlon Hickman-Roberson. And Newsom goes up and count it, and the foul.
Or they're tough, quick transition.
Boy, they are very quick.
Very aggressive on the offensive glass. They've gotten several offensive rebounds. It's really hurting us.
And we're going to get a whistle here and a foul, or I should say a timeout called. This one by the Mules here. So quickly, 30-second timeout called by Bluff. And very interesting here as the Mules currently, they trail 8-3. It was a quick 3-0 punch in the mouth by the Mules. And ever since then, it's been all New Madrid to this point.
Yeah, they're getting going, got them started up a little bit, and they have too much talent to let them get going like this. Got to slow them down a little bit, protect the ball. This dribbling around on New Madrid's not going to work. We're going to have to pass it, look for the open man, try to shoot some layups, but that dribbling through, these guys are way too quick. Not just with their feet, but really quick with their hands on defense.
Stacy Rommel tuning in for Poplar Bluff. Lisa Pfister, always a Mules fan, the class of 1981. Missed shot there, taken down by Torrance Williams. So good job by Torrance on the rebound. And now the Mules are going to have to figure out a way here, John. Another steal, and this one is going to be taken. We're going to get a jump ball. It's going to stay with Bluff. I was going to say the Mules here are going to have to figure out a way to get the ball inside and get some offense going.
Yeah, they can get right past the half court. Now that's as far as they're going. Got to pass the ball. Got to pass the ball.
So now we're going to see Isaiah Neville checking in for the first time in the ball game. Boy, the defense here by New Madrid is just stagnant. There's another turnover by the Mules. Isaiah Neville lost it going out of bounds. And I don't think it was anything that was really forced. It was just a good defensive play by New Madrid, and the Mules could not figure out a way to put points on the board in the last possession. So now Jadis Jones guarded by Torrance Williams. There's a backdoor pass, and good job. Boy, the Mules are doing a phenomenal job right now. Three-point basket is no good. That's one thing about B.J. Williamson. As Torrance Williams got the rebound, they are not afraid to shoot that three-point shot. Oh, Bailey Davidson says, let's go, boys, class of 2014. Another big block. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough to do, driving on these guys. That'd be a nice dish. Darius was open in the corner for the three. We're not gonna be able to play one-on-one with most of these guys tonight.
Nope. Stacy Rommel is tuning in. She is a class of 1992. Three-point basket is good by Marlon Hickman-Roberson. Boy, the Mules needed that three-pointer. Absolutely. By the way, I was going to tell you, we're getting these nice classes here joining us, telling us what class they graduated in. Try to avoid 1991, folks. Might be the worst class ever.
Oh, they're pretty terrible. Now, 90 on the other hand, of course, I don't know if any of the class of 90 would understand how to watch to the game. No, that's a joke. I'm kidding. I was going to say something probably offensive, so I'm getting better, Frankie. I try not to say offensive things.
A.J. Ruff back in the ballgame for Braden Newsom. Steven says, always a fan since 2014. That's when he graduated. I graduated back in 2003.
From some other school.
That might be, no.
Some other school.
That
I won't
be
even
my
mention.
wife who graduated from another school.
You married into it.
I did marry into it. Today I'm celebrating 14 years.
Married
exactly.
Up, as you say.
You know, I did have a buddy of mine tell me, oh, we're going to get a whistle here, and I believe a travel on Isaiah Neville. Someone did tell me, Tim Funky did actually. He sent me a text, or actually he put it on Facebook, and he said, I never heard this before. He did say Pam is one lucky gal to have me for a change. How about that, John?
Oh, look at there. You can't believe a word. That sounds like fake news to me.
Well, I think I know what he wants. He wants me to judge him right in the upcoming chili cook-off.
That's right.
Oh, what a good move by A.J. Ruff near the elbow. Boy, that was a nice move by A.J. It is now quickly 10-6 now. Another turnover by Poplar Bluff. And that's one thing the Mules are not doing. They're turning it over way too much.
And unforced. The last couple have been unforced turnovers. Just a little bit too fast. A little bit spooked right now by this team, and I can understand why.
10-6 now the score as New Madrid up by 4. They've led by as many as 10-3, or make that 8-3 rather. So now B.J. Williamson guarded, going inside. Good job by Torrance Williams. Cordius now trying to go outside. They find Minner. Minner, top of the key, works it over to B.J. Williamson for three. It's no good. Well, that's a good rebound by Preston Moore. This kid, he has played some really, really good basketball for Coach Will Durden this year.
Oh, yeah, that was great position for the rebound, exactly where you want him to
Darius Graham is going to have it taken away, but then A.J. Ruff stepped out of bounds, but he does get the block. You look at the stats here early on, New Madrid already 3 block shots, and we're only in the first quarter of play.
Yeah, I mean, we're hanging so far, down
We are.
4, but we got to bounce back from that original. Here we go.
Another
Make that
block,
4.
right. Jadis Jones as Torrance Williams. I thought he was in great position. Jadis Jones, what a backdoor cut. We're going to get a foul on Torrance Williams, I believe. And that'll be foul number 2 that we are seeing.
I think that Jadis Jones, somebody told me he's like 5th in the nation for recruiting for next year, small forward, something crazy like that.
It's just,
I mean, he's really a good player, and it seems like he has a really good attitude, you know. We've been down here for the last 10 years he's been here, it seems like. Seemed like a good kid. Man, he's athletic. Not a real showboat at all, which he certainly could be if he wanted to be.
wow, Stacy Rommel tells me her mom and dad's anniversary would have been married 57 years today. That's a lot of time. As Jadis Jones misses both free throws, that helps the Mules now. David Durbin back in. He misses the shot, goes back up, and it's going to roll all the way around on him. Wow.
Good effort by David, though.
Very good effort. I thought that was going to go in. That looked like it was going to go in. So now A.J. Ruff over to Caden Minner, and now Ruff again with the right hand. Could not finish. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Mules, are saying. So Newsom back in the ball game. He'll come in for Julian Cordius. Keep your comments coming in here tonight. Oh, what a block by Torrance Williams. I like that off of B.J. Williamson. Another turnover by the Mules. And on the other end, Jadis Jones goes up. Man, this kid is so quick, and now it is a 12-6 lead.
Yeah, what a body control with that pass to catch it almost going out of bounds and have the control to stop, go up, get the foul, get the old-fashioned 3.
So Brendan Durden rather with the foul for the Mules. Free throw is no good by Jadis Jones, and Preston Moore now with a big rebound.
He's going to have to work on those free throws if he wants to be a big D1 player.
Good job there by Brendan Durden. They're going to have to hustle, and we may get a timeout instead. It's going to be a full timeout this time by Poplar Bluff, so we'll step away with them. We'll step away for 30 seconds, and we're going to come right back. You're watching and listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
All right, so we are back following the timeout here. Poplar Bluff down at 12-6. The Mules currently down by 6 points. But, man, I got to tell you, John, the Mules team coming out giving them everything they want here in the early going.
Yeah, no kidding. You know, we took that first little run and we bounced back. And, you know, we're still in the game. We just got to settle down just a little bit, protect the ball, not turn it over quite so much.
So now following the timeout, Durden got his shot blocked, but then Preston Moore with a big bucket. I'll tell you what, they are lights out right now when it comes to the block shots here.
That's 5.
Another block.
5 in the first quarter.
5 here in the first quarter of play. And there, look at Brendan Durden that time. He tried to go for a block. Oh, B.J. Williamson, what a good move inside. He's got 4 points.
Oh, man.
Every time the Mules make a small little comeback, boy, New Madrid, they are right there with them.
Very quick, very disciplined team.
Absolutely. Marlon Hickman-Roberson now near the free throw line. It's too strong. There's a good rebound by the sophomore, Brendan Durden, and he goes up and scores. It is 14-10, and we're going to get a timeout. This one by McFerris, and he is not happy.
Oh, he's going to light him up.
McFerrin, rather,
He's
absolutely. He is going to line them up, it looks like. Let's go ahead now and check out these first quarter stats here. New Madrid, they are shooting 44%, 7 of 16 right now. They're 0 of 2 from behind the arc, 0 of 4 on the free throw line. They've only got 1 turnover. Meanwhile, the Mules are down by 4 points here, John, and they've got 6 turnovers. Mules are shooting just 27% and still down by just 4 points. Pretty impressive by the Mules. Not in bad shape at all.
But you know, when your coach calls a timeout with 30 seconds left in the first quarter, things aren't.
Yeah,
he's not gonna be happy. He's not gonna compliment you.
Absolutely, he's gonna wear you out. AJ Ruff now, top of the key, guarded by Brendan Durden. Durden has 2 points in the ball game. Roberson's got 3. David Durbin has 3. Preston Moore, he's got 2 as of right now. Looks like New Madrid, they're going to play for the final shot here in this first quarter of play. And there's a good job, nearly turned over there, and it may wind up being turned over. It will, and it's not going to count, but the Mules doing a phenomenal job. It'll be New Madrid ball when we come back. You're watching live coverage of Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Scott Law Firm is experienced in estate planning and the preparation of documents like wills and trusts. Let the Scott Law Firm help you protect your family and pass along your estate according to your terms. Call Scott Law Firm today at 785-4688.
All right, so we are back here as we get ready for the second quarter. Right now, the Mules find themselves only down by 4 points, make it 6 points, as B.J. Williamson again with a quick 2. And now the Mules once again down by 6 points. For the Mules here, Brendan Durden having all kinds of issues. Torrance Williams, he's got it for the time being. Preston Moore, David Durbin now with a high arcing shot. It's no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Jadis Jones.
He was almost too open on that shot.
Yes, he was. A.J. Ruff now gives it to B.J. Williamson. Williamson is inside the paint, and just like that, the score has been extended. It is now an 8-point game again. Another block. What a move by B.J. Williamson. Oh my goodness, and the Mules right now just cannot find an answer when it comes to the block shot.
Now that's the 6, isn't it? 6 or 7 first half.
That
was emphatic.
Yes, it was. That wasn't even close. So now Torrance Williams going up and count it, and the foul. Boy, that's a good move there by Torrance Williams. He needed that one.
Down to basket by Torrance Williams.
18-12 now the score.
Foul starts number.
So Torrance.
Foul starts number 20, A.J. Ruff.
So A.J. Ruff picks up. That's only the first foul, by the way, of the ball game, as Torrance Williams misses the shot. And the rebound by Jadis Jones, and we get a double dribble here by Minner. So a rare turnover by New Madrid. Mules down 18-12 here in the early going. I got to tell you, we got all 5 starters now on the floor currently for New Madrid. Torrance Williams top of the key. Williams now near the free throw line. He'll take the shot, banks it in off the backboard. It's up and good.
The bank is open.
The bank is open in New Madrid. Ron Withrow is tuning in and says hi to Grandma Jackie. At some point, I'm going to get her to a ball game, John.
I think tomorrow night's the time.
I don't know, man. She's Oh, good move by Jadis Jones. He's got another bucket. He's got 8 points here in the ball game. Between Williamson and Jadis Jones, they've got 16 of their 20 here in the early going. Not surprising there. Oh, what a move. Oh, another block by Minner. Or make that Jadis Jones, rather.
I don't know what the record for blocks is,
we're gonna be approaching at 7 block shots. Isaiah Neville gonna pick up the foul for the Mules. And we're gonna see Julian Cordius now coming in for Caden Minner. Tell you what, I like to get Grandma Jackie up here with me in a booth. The problem is I don't have one of those mute buttons when she gets out of hand.
Oh, that's a chintzy foul.
What kind of foul is that called again?
Chintzy.
Chintzy.
Very chintzy.
Very chintzy.
Weak. Very weak. Well, you need one of those 10-second delay deals.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to get her up here.
Tim should have a dump button over there where
you're not kidding.
Hit something and all of a sudden, because it's hard sometimes.
It is. Jack Scott picks up the foul. It's now 5 team fouls to 1. Jones misses another free throw.
He's missed 4 tonight.
Yes, he has. And now we're going to see Brendan Durden coming in for David Durbin. Eagles are 0 out of 5 right now. We'll see if they can make it 0 out of 6.
I'd say Coach McFarnell.
He's not
has
happy.
Something to say about that.
Now he makes that one. Sometimes you just need that one to
Break
go.
The seal on it.
I know that the season is currently officially over, but New Madrid leads by a touchdown here, John.
Well, maybe we'll get some good refs. We'll get a good call, get another touchdown.
Maybe. Good screen by Jack Scott. Tell you what, that Super Bowl ended on a weak call last night, just for the record.
I agree, boy.
I know most folks stirred up. Yeah, it'll get some folks stirred up, but it was a chintzy call. Brendan Durden for 3. It's no good. Boy, that was a good shot taken by Durden. Just would not fall. B.J. Williamson got the rebound, and he goes coast to coast, and we're going to get another foul. It's going to put New Madrid now in the bonus.
A lot of fouls. Offensively, that's what they have to do. Move the ball around, find the open man, take a good look. No problem with that shot whatsoever.
Nope.
A lot better than a turnover at half court or that one-on-one get swatted to the 5th row.
Isaiah Neville going to come out.
Or 6th row.
Exactly. David Durbin, first one is up and good. Preston Moore also going to come back in the ball game now. He'll replace Torrance Williams. David Durbin is in the ball game.
David's having a nice game tonight. You know, he needs to get a bucket to fall, but he's getting some good open looks down low. He's moving.
And we're going to see Caden Minner back in the ball game now. Also back in the ball game for Poplar Bluff is Marlon Hickman-Roberson, 23-14. The lead has been extended to 9. Oh, Jack Scott, that's a football move for you. 3-point basket by Durbin. Durden is no good. Good rebound there by Marlon Hickman-Roberson. Roberson back out to David Durbin. The Mules are going to reset. Brendan Durden now. He's got a couple of points here on the night.
Yeah, Jack's laying a pretty good wallop on those screens. They're going to call him for one here before the night's over.
Boy, Mules cannot get a shot to fall right now. A big rebound by the Eagles, and here comes New Madrid. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul coming up on Preston Moore. And look at the fouls right now on your screen if you're watching us at home. It's 7-1 in favor of the Eagles right now. And we're going to see B.J. Williamson back in the ballgame for A.J. Ruff.
I don't see most of the calls they're calling against us, I think, are correct. It's just they're not calling anything on the other end, which makes a big difference. Oh, I tee him up for that.
He could have been teed up for that. So now, boy, the Mules just cannot buy a bucket by any means necessary.
You know, Torrance got teed up against
yes, he did.
Against Notre Dame, and I thought that was a chintzy call, but I would get teed up every time because I would grab the every single time. I would hang there until they pried me hands off of it.
If I could just touch the net,
they got me for hanging on the net.
So now Preston Moore, boy, the Mules are quickly down by 12 points.
Yeah, 3 was bad. It was a dagger.
New Madrid has outscored the Mules 14-2 in this quarter alone. Durden, long 2-pointer is no good. Look at the lengthy rebound by Jadis Jones. Jones now with 9 points.
Got smooth.
21 of 26 points here in the ball game between those two fellas. Newsom could not get the shot to go down. Jack Scott with the rebound. Mules nearly turn it over again. Brendan Durden going up. I like the shot by the young fella.
One way to keep from getting blocked, do a little bit of that.
That's right.
A little razzle-ma-dazzle.
That's a razzle-dazzle. 10-point game right now.
You know, if we could just hang around is the thing, man. If we could just keep it a couple of possession game, get late, we'll be all right.
Did you get a chance to watch that halftime show last night?
I loved it, Frankie. It was great. You know, that lady, Rihanna, right? Yeah. Somebody correct me. If I understand it correctly, the woman's pregnant.
She is.
Not just a couple of days pregnant. She hadn't performed in 7 years.
Been a long time.
And she's worth $1.2 billion.
Right.
And she got up on there and did that deal. Not my kind of music, not my kind of show, but I'll hand it to the woman.
That's not what I was told, folks. Your wife told me that's your jam.
Well,
you were out there and you're jamming.
Now, last year was good.
Yeah, it wasn't that. Last year was good. I like that. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. There's a foul on Braden Newsom. Only their second foul of the first half.
But I will say I'm impressed by the woman. I didn't know some of those songs were hers. I knew the songs, not exactly my imagery, but I give the woman credit, man.
Can I be honest with you? I don't think I knew one song that she sung last night.
There's a couple of them I knew.
My wife was humming along to some of them.
I'm not usually, the halftime shows are not usually my thing. I thought the commercials were terrible overall.
I thought, if we're going to be honest with what we thought was terrible, as B.J. Williamson picks up a foul, I thought the overall game in itself was terrible. How are you going to end a ball game on a holding call that didn't exist?
It was a great game, and it was terrible for it to end the way it ended. Let them play it out. Chiefs probably win that game anyway.
I agree.
But
Neville's shot is no good. We're going to get a whistle and a foul on Dallas Williams on the rebound.
But man, back in the day, not that long ago, there were great Super Bowl commercials. And now I can't think of one. The one with Ozzy Osbourne and all those Joan Jett and all them was kind of funny, where they were mad at him for calling people rock stars.
Right.
That was the first one. It was decent. Other than that, man, I can't say I remember any of them.
Yeah, there was a lot of them I didn't remember last night. Julian Cordius, he is up and no good. And Torrance Williams goes high for the rebound. Isaiah Neville now. No look pass to Torrance Williams. Williams now inside the paint, turnaround jumper, it's good. What a move by Torrance Williams.
Torrance has got his hair out again the last couple of games, and I think he's much more intimidating, and I think he plays better like that.
All right, speaking of hair, I got an announcement to make here coming up the next time out. You'll like this, John. And we're going to get a kick ball. It's going to stay with New Madrid. So what I'm going to do is this week it's going to happen. The goatee, the beard, it is gone. I'm going to get rid of it. However, that being said, I'm keeping the mustache. The stash is back.
Well, there you go. I think you should do some kind of an event for that. Live stream that.
Oh, my wife's going to kill me. She does it. She is not a big fan of just the mustache by itself.
You need to go with that whole bicycle handlebar
but
mustache.
The good thing is my wife right now is at my son's ball game. She's not listening. She has no idea what I just said.
Yeah, well, I think something pretty wild should happen.
Cameron Settle now. He is in the ball game, guarded. He was guarding A.J. Ruff, and now Darius Graham switches. Here's a good matchup. Jones and Torrance Williams. I like the matchup. No look pass to A.J. Ruff. Ruff going to go baseline. Cordius now. Back around to Minner. Long. It's going to be nearly intercepted by the Mules.
I mean, Torrance is every bit as athletic.
Absolutely. B.J. Williamson could not get the shot to go. That's how you play defense on that young man. The Mules swarmed him and was unable. He had to force a shot against him. I like that. Isaiah Neville. Now the Mules have got to capitalize. They're down by 8 points, 26-18.
Hang on to the ball.
Boy, Darius Graham, he is so quick with the ball. Can the Mules withstand the pressure right now that we are seeing by New Madrid? That's the question. I'll tell you what, Jadis Jones, this kid can play defense for New Madrid. What a move. Offensive foul is going to be called.
Man. That reminds me of that end of that Super Bowl. A little bit. Wait, come on, ref. We need a little bit of a break there, baby. Come on.
I will give it to the Chiefs though, for real though, because at the end of the first half, it looked like that the Eagles were gonna end up and really just kind of run away with it as Mahomes got hurt.
Oh no, I mean there's no question they can play. Now that tight end, that Kelsey, great player, but man, I thought Gronkowski was obnoxious. That Kelsey guy.
He's got a sore attitude.
Oh, Lord. I mean, the kids are watching that. But, hey, they won the game, and they won a lot of games, and they're great. I'll give them credit for that.
The media last night, nobody had us here. Nobody.
And pretty much everybody had them there, right?
Exactly. I don't know what he's talking about.
I thought they were going to win.
I have no idea.
Really, I guess Cincinnati was the game that people thought they might lose, but.
And they probably should have on that game.
Yeah.
That was a lot of nonsense, too. That's a different story, though. We'll turn the page to basketball.
Yeah, no kidding.
Philly's
not any – I mean, Philly people are –
Boy, I heard that I heard last night they were on top of police cars and all kinds of nonsense.
Yeah, no kidding, yeah. So, I got no beef with the Chiefs. I just don't want to be accused of being a Fairweather fan. Bandwagon guy. I'm not. But, hey, yeah, here we are. I was going to say that Cameron Settle, he does bring good energy to the floor, and we're seeing that. They step it up a little bit, and that rubs off. These guys, they all move just a little bit faster. And with a team like New Madrid, it's like they have 7 guys on the court.
It really does. Steven says Westwood Baptist Academy ended their season on Saturday. How did they do? Oh, what a move. Another block. A lot of contact there. There was no call. We're going to give the block to B.J. Williamson as Settle.
I think 3 guys blocked that one.
Yeah, I don't think so either. All right. But, we're up here. There's an offensive foul, so the Mules get it right back.
Good.
That's going to be on Jadis Jones. It's just his first personal foul.
Crazy. 4.9 seconds left. They get a few fouls here right late in the first half to even it out a little bit, and it doesn't really help us.
To be honest with you, we're down by 8 points. Mules got to get it in here. And it's going to be stolen away by Cordius. Jadis Jones is not going to get the shot to go down. I would say one thing. The Mules are down by 8 points going into halftime. If you're Coach Will Durden, that's a win for your team, in my opinion.
No kidding. I think we withstood an opportunity to really let it get away from us, and it didn't. We battled back. We got it within 3 possessions.
3 possessions.
Second half, come out, hit a few shots. Man, we're in this game.
Hey, real quick, Westwood Baptist Academy this past Saturday, the boys won first place and girls won second to end their season. That's pretty cool.
Nice. That's good
Appreciate you letting me know, Steven. We'll go to a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll break it all down here in the first half. You're listening and watching Mules basketball on the Southeast. Is that Mario Brothers going on there, John? You're watching and listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Southeast Signs and Graphics of Poplar Bluff can handle all of your printing needs, from t-shirts, wall displays, banners, and so much more. Call their team at 573-772-5566 or get to southeastsignsandgraphics.com.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
Let's go ahead now and break it all down here in the first half. Here, the Mules were outscored 14-10 there in the first quarter and 12-8 in the second quarter. John, you look at the stats here by New Madrid real fast. They are shooting 41%. They are 11 for 27, 1 of 3 from behind the arc, and 3 out of 10 on the free throw line. 17 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 turnovers, 4 steals, 8 block shots in that first half. Are you yawning on my program?
I'm just waking up, Frankie.
Wow.
Get into these stats.
Okay, but listen to this.
Put me right to sleep.
Listen to this. 26 points, okay? You got that? All right, good.
26, okay.
13 points by B.J. Williamson, 4 in the first. He had 9 in the second quarter by himself. 9 by Jadis Jones, 6 in the first, 3 in the second. 2 each by A.J. Ruff and Braden Newsom. That's the only scoring right now. They scored 12 points in that quarter. B.J. Williamson had 9. Jadis had 3.
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like we've done a decent job defensively. I mean, New Madrid can score some points. They have not made free throws. Well, they 3 for 10. That's pretty crazy.
3 for 10.
But, yeah, man, I mean, held them to 26 points in the first half. Coming down here today, I would have taken that deal. Now, if we can just slow down a little bit offensively and get some buckets, man, we can get right back in there. And those two guys, they shut Jones down second quarter, right? He had 3.
He had 3 points.
Yeah, so he kind of got a little bit off his game a little bit second quarter. Got to be careful with him because he'll come out at halftime and be ready to roll. But, no, man, I think we're in good shape right now.
Looking at the Mules offensively, scoring 27% of the time, 8 out of 30, 2 of 6 from behind the arc, 20 rebounds, 6 assists, 8 turnovers, 2 block shots. However, they are just 0 of 1 on the free throw line. One time in that first half, they are led by Torrance Williams. He's got 6 points, all 6 in that second quarter. 4 points by Brendan Durden, 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 each by David Durbin and by Hickman Roberson. That came in the first quarter. 2 points by Preston Moore, also coming in the first, and that is it by the Mules so far here at halftime.
Yeah, that's something. 18 points and a half and still be in striking distance. I like to see that. You know, it's interesting, Frankie. I was just thinking that not a great crowd here tonight for a home game with New Madrid County. I mean, they usually pack it in here. Right. I guess it is Monday night, so maybe that's part of it. But did hear some tree frogs. I don't guess they're really tree frogs here because there's no trees, but frogs of some sort making a little noise tonight, which was a nice sign of spring coming along. So we like to see that.
Oh, I thought you meant we're hearing crickets here in the gym. I was going to say I know why, because we got a high wind warning tomorrow. We're going to see winds around 60 miles per hour.
Well, I get my kite out.
Thank goodness that we're not driving the Dexter tomorrow.
I would get my kite ready. We've had a rash of terrible weather when we have a home game.
It's been we've had snow, we've had rain, we're gonna have high winds.
It's like the 7 plagues. We're gonna have locusts. We're
gonna wake up in the morning and be under a hurricane warning for us all said and done.
There is some sort of alien attack going, so that may be part of the deal. I don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna ask. I got 3 minutes and 41 seconds. What I want to know here and right now, don't laugh. Coming up on February 24th.
Yes.
Our final home game of this season, we take on Sykeston. What I want to know, and what folks want to know watching us right now on YouTube and on Facebook, are you coming back next season to do any broadcasting? That's the question people ask me a lot.
I've got to hold out for contract negotiations, but there's a reasonable chance that I will, as long as the public will tolerate me and you will tolerate me. I kind of enjoy it, Frankie. I do. And,
okay, well, good, because I want you to come back. But I got to tell you real quick, Thursday night this past week, you'll never guess who I had do a game with me live on camera at the OFC third place games. You ready?
Let's hear it.
He may have been interviewing for the job.
Uh-oh.
Kenny Hosler.
Oh,
he did a phenomenal job.
He's a professional. I can't compete with a professional.
But we don't want you to leave. Like I've had so many. You have no idea. I've had so many people ask me, "Were you going to come back and work with me next year?" Because we all know that this is your last couple of months on school board. You decided to not run this year. You've done such a great job for our school district, but we want you to come back here to our next season. I want you back here next season, but It's completely up to you.
I think, yeah, I'll do it, Frankie.
I pay you good money.
It is good money. It's good entertainment. It takes my mind off reality, so that's worth a lot. That's worth more than rubies and gold, as they say. I like the football. As I've done this a little bit, I think I've grown to where I appreciate the football a little more. Something about it. I mean, maybe it's the time of year. It's a little bit. It's always going to be a Friday night, that kind of thing. I enjoy that. The basketball I do enjoy, and time on the school board I've enjoyed, Frankie. And you got to move on once in a while. And after 9 years, I think it's important to find other ways to give back to the community. And the school's done some wonderful things over the last 9 years, and we've had a good run. Our people are really wonderful people. Our students have done well. Our administrators have done well. We've been through some weird times over the 9 years, but I do feel like the school is in better shape now than it was 9 years ago. And I take full credit for that, by the way. Anything that went wrong, that was in spite of my wonderful leadership. So, I got 2 meetings to go, and we're going to make them good ones. We're going to ride it hard till the end.
Absolutely.
And then I'm going to go off into the sunset.
Well, Kenny Hodge just sent me a text. He's tuning in. He said he was just keeping your seat warm. You're where you need to be.
He's got that voice, but we really need him on the. We had senior night the other night, and he's pretty sharp down there on the mic and on the clock.
Yes, he is.
We had one. I don't know who was running the clock, Frankie. I thought of you because you would have lost your mind. They didn't start the clock for a good 30 seconds, and everybody was just like, wait. They finally figured it out, but I know that you always keep those stats.
Yeah.
Right down to the last half a second.
I got to tell you, because I know he's tuning in right now, but and I've said this to him to his face and on the air, but if you missed the game from last week, I encourage you to go back and listen to it. It was the third place game at the OFC. I got to tell you, Kenny Hosler, man, he killed it. He was a lot of fun to have on. It was a dream come true for myself to have him on the mic. I mean, I'll give it to him. He's no John Scott.
Well,
but he did a great job.
That's it. He doesn't sound quite like a hillbilly like I do.
Brendan Durden's first shot is no good. Oh, we're going to see Torrance Williams. He's going to get up a little bit slow. And he is coming down the court now. Three-point basket is no good. And Torrance Williams, he got the rebound.
Nice. Now.
So now we'll see what the Mules are going to be able to do with it now as Brendan Durden's going to have it knocked away out of bounds. So Mules have back on the floor the same starting 5 as they did before. Same as New Madrid.
Need a 3-ball right here.
Boy, I would be okay with that. Darius Graham going to have it taken away. I think you may have jinxed him on that one there, John.
I wouldn't call that a block. He just got his hand in on it.
There's a nice shot. Jadis Jones again, the running floater. He's got 11 points. It's back to a 10-point game again.
Kid smooth.
Ron Withrow's staying high to Mr. Kenny Hosler. Oh, what a move there by Brendan Durden. Somebody forgot to block out. He's got 6 points here on the night.
Yeah, that was Jack. Jack stepped out in the corner. His man went with him and left their lane. And nice little run by Durden there.
Absolutely. So now we're going to see Cordius going inside. Shot is no good by Newsome, and what a rebound there by the Mules. David Durbin going to throw it away, a turnover on the Mules. 24, Caden Minner now going to come back in the ball game.
Well, you hate to see that, Frankie. Get a turnover, get a nice rebound, and then throw it away.
Mules are only down by 8 points here. It's a touchdown and 2-point conversion. We can do it.
Yeah, we'll get a little help from the refs.
Yeah, like Kansas City did last night. They got all kinds of help from the refs.
We'll be all right.
But who am I to judge? I bet Ron Withrow loved the game last night. Big Chiefs fan, I think he is. So now we'll see Jadis Jones over to Minner for 3. It's going to be short. Rebounded there by Darius Graham. Now the Mules have a chance here to really do some damage. Running floater is no good. Boy, the Mules cannot buy a bucket. Oh, good job there by David Durbin. And now Torrance Williams. He's going to go up, lays it up. No good, nice. But look who is there. Brendan Durden.
Good hustle. Good hustle.
I think that's Tim hitting the banister over there, getting mad at the Mules. No, he's not. 28-22 the score. I think one of the fans over there is getting pretty upset.
Getting excited.
Coach Harmon.
We got him on the ropes.
High five to Durbin on there.
Got him on the ropes.
Nearly a turnover there by New Madrid. Boy, the Mules have come out strong. Jack Scott,
Walk.
yes sir, going to be a walk-on. B.J. Williamson. And now we're going to see Julian Cordius back in the game now. He'll come in for Caden Minner. By the way, coming up on tomorrow night, we get a timeout called. This one by New Madrid. He is not happy. I believe it's a 30-second timeout. It will be a timeout. We're going to try something maybe a little bit different tomorrow night. Well, we're going to switch roles. I'm going to run the camera, and we're going to let Tim do play-by-play.
Okay.
You're going to see the best.
Fair enough.
You're going to see the best camera operator you've ever seen.
I like it. And Tim, I feel like, could really hammer down on play-by-play.
He's going to hammer down. He's going to get the green drink in his system. He's going to go to town.
He has to sit here and listen to all these games, and now he's going to get the hammer down. I like it. Yeah, he'll lay it out there.
And you're going to do the PA tomorrow night, right?
Absolutely. I'll put me on the clock.
Put you on the clock. Ron Withrow says he's not a Chiefs fan, but it was a good game.
Well, yeah, it was a good game, and I will say that it's not Kroenke at least.
Yeah, you're right.
Let him. He's Missouri. It is Missouri.
It is Missouri.
It is Missouri, and it's not Kroenke.
I mean, can we start talking about baseball now? Is that legal?
I don't even know. What is that? Oh, yeah, that's that little ball.
That's that little ball. It's a little white ball they throw.
Yeah.
Ron Withrow, can we start talking about Cubs baseball now? It should have been a kick ball by New Madrid. No way that should have been.
Yeah, they would have called that everywhere else.
And that's going to be a whistle and a foul coming up on the Mules.
I mean, they kicked it twice. It ping-ponged between about 2 feet.
It's going to be on Brendan Durden. Each team now with one foul here in the quarter. So Durden gets called for the foul. Thank you so much, Miss Caputo. Or Miss Caputo Carr, rather. PB girls won tonight by 20 over Dexter. That's a big win for the Lady Mules.
They're coming together at the right time of year.
Wow, the Lady Mules with a big win here tonight. Love it.
They're playing some good ball. They're getting better.
And we're going to see Jadis Jones going to the free throw line. He is 1 of 6 tonight. Ron Withrow says absolutely not on the Cubs.
Boy, this guy.
Before it's all said and done, he's going to be a Cubs fan. He don't know it yet.
It may be a long time. This Mr. Jones free throws, man.
I love it. Jadis Jones, second free throw coming up, and he knocks the second one down. It is a 29-22 ball game, 7-point game, as Durden now gets a little bit of space, can't finish. That was a good look, too, by that young man. Jones had a rebound. B.J. Williamson, we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Brendan Durden, and that's number 3 on him. Boy, Jadis Jones here tonight, 9 rebounds on 12 points already.
Brendan Durden, that is his third. Team foul number 3. B.J. Williamson to the line, shooting 2.
Just doing a little text about the chili cook-off, Frankie, that you're a judge of. Our TCC there at Poplar Bluff is at the school is going to do some printing for us. They do that.
Awesome, yeah.
They have the capabilities to do all kinds of printing, so we're getting that all lined out for the 25th of February. Got a couple spots still available if anyone's interested.
How are we on teams right now?
Boy, it's coming together nicely.
Good.
We had that ice that slowed down a few entries, but we got a bunch in today and Friday.
Good.
And so I don't know what our number is. We're probably up around 30-ish, a little over.
Well, I know Tim Funky is tuning in. He's one of the big supporters of the chili cook-off. He always enters. And Tim, I can be bought with your vote.
Hey, I've been trying to get bought off forever. Nobody will ever buy me off. I'm always having to buy somebody else off. It's terrible.
Now, do you actually compete, or do you just?
Well, I usually trick people into cooking for me.
Okay.
This year we have a team. We've had a team almost every year, but I've never actually been the one to do the cooking. Usually I just hang around and help. But yeah, we got a team, and I'll usually challenge some other team to see who can come in closest to last.
Closest to last. So the Mules get 1 out of 2. Still a 7-point ball game right now. I'm looking forward to this competition. I really am.
It's fun. It's a fun event.
What's really cool is we're going to get a whistle as A.J. Ruff is able to go in and knock it down. He's got a free throw coming up here.
Count the basket by A.J. Ruff. Foul is charged number 24
So Marlon Hittman-Roberson is going to be called for the personal foul. 3-point play is up and good for A.J. Ruff. It is 33 now to 23. Darius Graham with a nice little running floater there. Mules, Darius Graham had a steal there. Now a 3-point basket by Moore, no good. Torrance Williams, I thought he had a good rebound there. It's going to go right into Jadis Jones and a steal. Good job by Torrance Williams. Marlon Hittman-Roberson, nice move. He's got 5 points. And don't look now. Another comeback coming your way. We're going to get a whistle here and a foul. Darius Graham picks up a foul. That's team foul number 5 now.
Yeah, it's a fair call on the fouls. We're just not getting any calls on our end. Both halves. We're getting mugged pretty good, and they're not calling much.
Steven says back in 2012, he was the basketball manager for New Madrid. Glad to share the information with me.
Yeah, that's nice. You know, we're looking at all their banners. I got a bunch of banners hanging down here. I'll give them credit for that.
Gonna make another whistle here and a foul coming up. Once again, much like in the first quarter, it's quickly a 6-1 advantage right now. New Madrid, as Mules have 16 fouls already. We're only in the third quarter right now with 3:24 to play.
Now these road games are tough. I asked Jack, about what's going on down there in the paint on the road, and he says, well, it's kind of hard to do much with 2 guys hanging on your arm. And I think that's a little bit of what we're seeing tonight. And you expect that on the road, especially in a place like New Madrid. But, we're committing fouls, but they are also. They're just not getting those calls.
Second free throw coming up, and it's good. 1 out of 2. 34-27 to score. 7-point game. Isaiah Neville quickly outside. Darius Graham, it's no good. But, man, the Mules.
They get close.
They're getting very close. Newsom with a big rebound opportunity there. We'll see what A.J. Ruff is able to do now. Ruff going to hand it off, taken away by Isaiah Neville. The Mules are going to have to figure out a way. And
so far we've played a good basketball game, better than we've played in a while.
Yes.
Consistently throughout the game. These other games, we have a 5-6 minute stretch where we just get blown out. We haven't had that, knock on wood, yet tonight. And I like our effort and I like our focus.
I was saying this earlier during the pregame. I think it was before you come over, but districts for New Madrid start next week.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder if maybe they've kind of overlooked Bluff to get ready for the districts coming up next week.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Hickman-Roberson for 3. It's
nice.
Good. Big time shot. He's got 8 points. All right, now it's a 4-point game, folks. Like to see that. Got to get stops. No fouls and stops.
And crash the boards, get a rebound.
I want to see Torrance Williams get a one-handed jam. We're going to get another foul coming up here, and Durden is like, ugh. Him and I were in the same shirt tonight, by the way. He called me earlier and said, what are you wearing?
You need to button yours on up. One thing about our coach, I will say, is he always presents very well. And he's a good ambassador, a good representative of the school district, always.
Absolutely.
And even in crazy games when things are getting wild and the refs, the crowds, whatever, he always maintains his cool. I don't know if that's how he is when he gets home, but, man, he's always done that. Every game I've ever watched, he's always maintained his cool.
Back in the game, Eagles number 10.
Jadis Jones is back in the ball game now. Caden Minner. So Jadis Jones, every time he comes in the ball game, everything changes. He's just a game changer.
Yeah, that's for sure. He is.
And second one hits the front end and rims in on him. So it's 36-30 now the score.
How many free throws? They shot a bunch.
They've shot a bunch. 9 for 19. The Mules are 1 of 3.
We've shot 3 free throws.
To 19.
That's something.
Darius Graham works it over to Isaiah Neville. Double team. Neville gets out of it. Goes up top. It's no good. Got his own rebound. Nice. Puts it up and scores.
Nice. It's a 4-point game. We've shot 3 free throws. Wow.
36-32, and we're going to get a timeout here. Coach McFerrin, he is not happy.
Now he's going to light him up.
He's going to light up Jadis Jones. He's going to light up Newsom as well. We're going to get a 30-second timeout here.
Full timeout.
Full timeout. I was going to say he don't have a 30-second timeout. So we're going to take a 30-second break ourselves. We'll come right back. You're watching, listening to live coverage of Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling.
2:04 to go here in the third quarter as we are back from break. Timeout called by New Madrid. They've got 2 left. And now we'll see. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I'm going to look
that looked pretty clean to me.
They're going to say Isaiah Neville got him on the wrist, but my goodness.
I mean, I'll tell you, Frankie, this is
I don't
pretty
know.
lopsided on a few of these calls. Kenny Hostler would not have called that.
Shamika Bounds is tuning in. Of course, that's Dom's mother. Glad to have her alongside here tonight.
We could use a little Dom. We could use a little Dom tonight.
Hey, I bet he'll still fit in uniform. What do you think? 37-32. We were reminiscing about the times he played in this gym, also the times he played in Jackson.
Well, if you needed a bucket really bad, he could get you one.
He could get you one. He can get you 15 of them if you needed it. Preston Moore, pull-up jumper,
nice
hesitated,
shot.
got
Nice.
it. That kind of concerned me a little bit because he hesitated.
Come a long way this year.
Look at the score, John.
Yeah.
One possession
it's
game.
It's pretty crazy to be this close with the free throws situation.
B.J. Williamson goes up. It's no good over the back. Yes, sir. Going to be a foul on Newsom. I'll take it.
Let's not get a little nervous here, fourth quarter.
I'm getting nervous. Mules. My wife told Coach Durden, as shot is no good by Torrance Williams. My wife told Coach Durden that with it being our anniversary, what a win this would be for a present.
Oh, it would. Get you off the hook.
It would get me off the hook. Torrance Williams going to be called for the foul. That's his 4th.
That's not a great foul. Out of position on that one.
You call that was that a cheesy foul?
I don't know, Chintzy. I don't know if that was Chintzy. That might not be Chintzy, but it could have gone either way. It's a shame that's his 4th because without a bad foul in that position, the guy was going to shoot a layup. But kind of hate to see him get his 4th with a quarter to go.
Newsom at the free throw line at 4 points and makes the first one.
You know, I hate to even say it, Frankie, because I do like Tennessee basketball and I like their coach. Good guy, Rick Barnes, old Texas. I like Rick Barnes, but did you happen to see that game Saturday when Missouri hit that half-court shot to win it?
At the buzzer?
I mean, that's like 20 years of bad luck. Juju out the door right there.
Second free throw is no good. Oh, my goodness, an offensive rebound by B.J. Williamson.
You cannot have that happen.
And that's a 3-point swing. It's back to 6 points.
You cannot have that happen.
So now Roberson. Now New Madrid, man, they are turned the pressure up a little bit. Preston Moore reverse layup is no good.
Get a rebound, Jack. Come on.
Rebounded by Jadis Jones. He's got a double-double now. 44 seconds and counting here in the third. It was a 3-point game, and now it is a 6-point game.
And they've dialed him up on that last time out.
Yeah, this is a big possession.
Farron's having to do a little coaching. He's over there coaching.
He is. He's telling his team to get with it. You know, the coach for the Tennessee Volunteers is my first cousin.
Is that right?
No, but it sounded good.
He'd be more great uncle.
What a great uncle, absolutely. I'll give him a call after the ball game.
Yeah, I don't think McFerrin expected to have to coach as hard this game as he has. And, hey, we're 2 possessions, man.
12 seconds and counting. A.J. Ruff back over to Cordius. He'll take a long 2. It's no good.
A little short, just a bit outside. Oh, come on, man. There's a
Darius Graham.
That's an example of a whistle that they would have gotten that we did not get. He just, Took it from Darius.
We're going to go to fourth quarter action. Mules are down by 6. Don't go anywhere. You're watching live coverage of Mules basketball and listening live on the air on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff. Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
All right, so we are back here live as the Mules are down by 6. As we start the third quarter, A.J. Ruff, that's a big bucket right there.
Yeah, you can't let him have baseline.
No, it is now 42-34. It's quickly now back to an 8-point ball game again. Durden is going to go up top. It's no good. He somehow got the rebound. He can't finish, but he will shoot some free throws now. And the Mules needed something to end this current run right now.
Team foul number 4.
And that'll be the third foul on B.J. Williamson. That's the fourth foul by New Madrid. First one is up and good by Durden. He's got 9 big points.
He's had a good game tonight.
He has had a great game. Durbin back in the ball game for Roberson. 7:28 to play in the ball game. Durden now for double figures, and yes, sir, he is the first person for the Mules to be in double figures here tonight. Jadis Jones guarded by Jack Scott. Tell you what, the Mules right now playing some pretty good defense right now. Don't want to get called for a cheap foul. Oh, goodness, A.J. Ruff.
Keep an eye on your man.
They do things right, and still New Madrid finds a way to score. 8-point ball game. What a move inside to Preston Moore, and it's going to be taken away by A.J. Ruff. Another turnover by the Mules.
Oh, he's quick, Ruff. He's quick with the hands.
That is 13 turnovers in the ball game. New Madrid, they've got 9.
But you know, for us, 13's not too bad at all.
We had
really.
10 on Friday night against Notre Dame.
In the first quarter, no.
They played really well against Notre Dame.
Yeah, we had a good game.
Notre Dame had 19 turnovers. So now, once again, Williamson is going to be partially blocked there by Durden. I can hear Coach Durden. Another foul coming up as
no way to guard that.
Jadis Jones again, 14 points. 10-point game again.
Boy, he's got a 14 points, seems like about 25. If he'd have made his free throws, he would have had 25. Tough spot. Once he catches that one, there's not a lot you can do with him.
So Preston Moore takes a seat.
Should have fouled him a little harder. Maybe he'd missed the shot.
Jadis Jones with 14 points. 34 of the team's 46 between him and B.J. Williamson. Knocks a three-point play in that time. And now this is where New Madrid, they smell blood in the water. Morgan McIntosh is tuning in, the director of downtown Poplar Bluff. Does a phenomenal job. Oh, what a move by Darius Graham. A long NBA range, a three-point ball.
Over the big man. Now we just got to get a stop.
We got to get a couple of stops. 47-39. They should make those shots four-pointers.
Got to stay focused right here.
Yep, Jadis Jones back to B.J. Williamson. He missed the shot. A rare shot that he missed. Isaiah Neville out in front, and we're going to get a foul.
Man, that Jadis Jones can get
He is so fast.
He blocked that with two hands against the glass.
Oh, my goodness.
Lord, that kid can run.
I don't want to say nothing negative, but I'm pretty sure I might be a little quicker than Jadis Jones.
Hey,
maybe just a little bit.
If I could run like that, Frankie, I would run everywhere.
Of course, for those folks
You'd see
that are
a
tuning
flash
in,
go by, it'd be me.
yeah, I'm just kidding around. That kid, he would smoke me under the table.
And then to be running that fast and then have that quickness and the jump,
stop.
Jump
I mean, he can
straight
stop.
up. I mean, just stop and jump and just get up, man.
Boy, Brendan
Big
Durden's
race.
having a phenomenal game. He's got 12 points. It is back to a 6-point game again. We're going to see Roberson now coming in for Durden.
6-point game, Frankie. Man, we can't get over the hump. We get real close.
Get real close.
Get right on top of the hump. We just can't get over that sucker. Now's the time.
Still a lot of basketball left to be played. Mules down 47-41. I like the matchup inside with Jones and Scott. Jones. Oh, it's blocked by Scott. Oh, we're going to get a whistle here. Yes, sir. It's going to go against. It's going to be a turnover on B.J. Williamson.
Yeah, this is, Jack's played against this guy 3 years now, and defensively, he does a pretty good job with him. That was a nice block, just a heads-up play. Jack's strong suit, obviously playing some defense. Offensively, not so much, but defensively, he tends to step it up against the better players.
If we can figure out a way, I'd love to get a three-point shot right now. That would be awesome for the Mules. Darius Graham, he was in position. Roberson, he's got the hot hand behind the arc here tonight, too. Darius Graham, boy, he is such a good ball handler. Kind of wild double dribble. Yeah, we got called.
A little too much dribbling right there.
Oh, look at Coach Durden. He doesn't like the call.
Well, it was out of control.
At least
it was going to go bad. At least we didn't get a fast break on the other end.
At least from up here, it kind of looked like it was going to be a double dribble.
It was about to be a turnover and a dunk on the other end if we weren't careful. So, but we got to just pass the ball a bit. We're passing it well sometimes. When we do, we get the open look.
So now Cordius over to A.J. Ruff. Minner. Back over to A.J. Ruff, under 5 minutes to play. A.J. Ruff shot is up, and it is good.
Man, they get
everything falling.
Man, they get the rolls.
49-41. So now Brendan Durden crosses half court, 12 points here in the ball game, and could have been a turnover, and we'll see what it is. Timeout called by the Mules.
Good timeout.
It is a 30-second timeout. And the Mules right now, they've got 2 timeouts left. So does New Madrid. Tomorrow night, the Mules will be live in Poplar Bluff. It'll be the Mules against the Dexter Bearcats. Spent my anniversary in New Madrid. Tomorrow night, we're going to spend Valentine's together, John, you and I.
What time's that game start? Regular time? It's not the 4:15 three-quarter game?
I think it's a noon start. Maybe
it would make sense.
1:30.
It would make sense. Some of the weird times we've started games, but Valentine's Day surprise.
Yeah, Valentine's Day surprise.
We'll get some of those little hearts. Be mine.
Darian Combs, a former Mules player, tuning in here tonight. Randy Moss is as well on YouTube. Randy and Tammy watching from Brosley, Missouri. Let's go, Preston.
Well, Mr. Combs could play the game.
Oh, I miss him.
Strong
that's for
player.
Sure. So now we'll see what the Mules can do. Down by 8 points. Brendan Durden for 3, knocks it down. He's got 15 points here tonight. Boy, the Mules needed that one. 5-point game now. B.J. Williamson. Oh, my goodness. How do you stop him? How do you stop him?
At least get run over. They may not call it, but you get run over.
Isaiah Neville in the paint outside of Darius Graham for 3. It's going to be a little short. Roberson, though, with the rebound and good.
Perfect position. Need to watch that on tape. Perfect position.
No matter what happens here tonight, Mules have got to be proud. They've come in and they have done phenomenal work. We're going to get a stoppage of play here. Going to get a water break here for John Scott. We get 1 timeout of ball game.
Hot dog break, Betty.
Now we're going to see Torrance Williams back in the ball game. Dallas Williams, Isaiah Neville, Jack Scott. Mules right now, I know we're down by 5, but you got to imagine the Mules, they've got the momentum right now, no doubt.
Yeah, no, we're coming at them, and 5 points, 350. That's about where you want to be, man.
It is.
Let them get a little nervous, get a couple of stops, anything can happen.
I'm a little nervous for them.
Oof.
No, another foul. Oh my goodness.
Those are the calls. And again, I don't want to kick a dead dog, but those are the calls we're not getting on our end. Chintzy, little foul. He was going to make the shot. He might have got touched a little bit. That's pretty weak, man.
So Durden is going to be called for the personal foul. Travis Gowan is tuning in. By the way, Travis, congrats on the Lady Mules with a big victory here tonight against the Dexter Lady Bearcats. Heard they won by 20. That is awesome.
I'm not sure about these Bearcats, Frankie. I don't trust a Bearcat.
Something wrong with that.
It's unnatural.
So now the Mules. Torrance Williams, boy, it's nice to see him back in the ball game now.
Well,
and there's a strip. There's a steal by Williamson. And the shot is no good, and still able to get a rebound. And we're going to get a whistle here, and another foul coming up. And I'm not a rocket scientist. I think that foul's on Poplar Bluff. What do you think? Oh, it is.
That was a pretty good mugging. A couple. Jack and Dallas piled on that guy pretty good, but hey, it was either that or he's going to shoot a layup. But I thought it was.
Oh wow! Travis says the JV Lady Mules won on a buzzer beater. That's awesome.
Right on.
Glad to see the Lady Mules. It seems like they're starting to get things figured out. They're going to be doing some great things here pretty soon. I guarantee it. So B.J. Williamson now going to the free throw line at 22 points so far tonight for that young man. He has had a great ball game to this point. 55-46 now. He'll get one more free throw, 23 points here in the ball game, and make it 24.
Don't dribble it. Okay, here we go.
So now Torrance Williams throws it to Roberson. Roberson goes up a little strong. Boy, could have been over the back there for sure. Wasn't called as
Dallas.
There you go. Dallas with a big bucket.
Well, he's got a nice shot. He gets a little more confidence. He's going to be tough. And Torrance is so athletic, but when he dribbles it, the ball goes a long way. And it's easy for these guys to get in and poke it out.
Absolutely. That's a big three-pointer there by Dallas. That's his first three-pointer of the season.
They're going to run the clock on out right here.
Yeah. Smart play, though. They know they're in the double bonus.
God, man,
get a foul here.
Every time.
Coach Durden, he's about to lose whatever hair he has left over there.
And eyebrows. Well, I'll tell you, Frank, I'll agree, though. I mean, for us to play this game this close, and some of they've been at the free throw line all night long. We've shot what, 5 free throws.
I would never, ever say nothing negative, but let me tell you how this goes.
It's not a criticism, it's just an observation.
Here's the thing. Fouls look like this for the ball game.
Yes.
22-10.
Yeah.
22-10. New Madrid, 27 free throws. The Mules, 7.
Yeah. That's just.
If that tells you.
And I've sat here and watched this game, Frank, and I can see I got my glasses on. And that's.
Second one is no odd. Good. It checked, or I should say, it was tracked down by Darius Graham. So the Mules right now trying to figure out a way. Dallas Williams has it. Williams now is going to have it taken away. Good job by Torrance Williams. Dallas again. No good this time around. Lightning could not strike twice as Jadis Jones, another big rebound. He's already got a double-double. Here comes B.J. Williamson. Oh, what a handoff. They're going to count the basket.
That might do it, Frankie. I'd get thrown out if I was Durden. I think right now I'd just get thrown out and go home. I mean, I'm not for that particular call, but
right. That's the fifth foul by Brendan Durden, who just fouls out.
I could never coach. So I'd make it about 3 games, and my ugly side would come out. That'd be that.
15 points by Brendan Durden.
Braden Newsom to the line, shooting 1.
Be a 1 point or a one free throw attempt. Misses that one. And rebounded by Torrance Williams. 59-49. We get a whistle here and a foul.
Well, now he's going to try to even it out a little bit, call a few more fouls. They do that a lot, Frankie. They'll wait till the very end when it doesn't matter, and then I'll call 3 or 4.
So that's the 5th one on Newsom. He fouls out as well. So now both teams are going to be in the bonus now the rest of the way.
Yeah, here we go. There's another one.
So now A.J. Ruff.
Team foul number 7.
So now the Mules are once again, everybody's in the bonus now the rest of the way.
Make it look a little better. Hey, 100% from the line tonight, Torrance, isn't he?
Yeah. Torrance 7 points here in the ball game. He's 1 for 2.
50%. Whoop.
And he misses that one, and Jadis Jones with the rebound. 59-50. And we're going to get a whistle here, and is it a timeout first? It's going to be a timeout, I believe. It's going to be a charge timeout to the Eagles. So we'll step away for 30 seconds. You're listening to Mules Basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Protecting your toys are just as important as protecting your daily driver. First Choice Insurance can help find the coverage for your ATVs, boats, and campers that will give you peace of mind and not break your bank. So don't forget to allow First Choice Insurance to review your insurance needs today.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
And we are back here live as the Mules right now find themselves down at 59-50, and New Madrid is down to their final timeout here at the ball game, and they lead by 9. Let me tell you, I know the Mules are down right now by 9 points, but I got to tell you, John, the Mules have nothing, and I mean nothing, to be upset about here in this ball game.
Now this is a great effort tonight against a really good team. Still a minute and a half to go, but
absolutely,
I got no qualms. Mules stayed very focused the whole game. We didn't have a big letdown like we've had.
We did not. So now we'll see what. It's an uphill battle for sure, but the Mules. There's a big steal by Torrance Williams. Oh, taken right back by Jadis Jones. And Cordius now just does the wise thing by just waiting and trying to run out the clock. Jadis Jones, or give it to Jadis Jones.
That's a nice little dunk.
He's got 18. 61-50 now. Coming up, I don't know if we're going to have a coach's interview or not. Torrance Williams' shot was no good. Rebounded by Hickman Roberson. And I believe we have another foul against Poplar Bluff.
That's 5 on Torrance.
And that's going to be 5 on Torrance. He fouls out with 7 points here in the ball game.
He had a pretty good game tonight, Torrance. You know, he got up and down, blocked a couple of shots. That dribbling, you know, and he really can cover some ground. He has a great move to the rack when he takes it. But when he dribbles, he's so tall that that ball's in the air for a long time, and a team like New Madrid can poke it loose. They did that a couple of times tonight, but you know, Torrance, man, he's quick. He gets up fast, and he can cover a lot of ground. 1 or 2 dribbles when he's going toward the bucket, he can make some space, but that just standing and dribbling, they'll poke it out every time.
Second one is up, and it is good. It's 62-50 here in the fourth quarter of play.
Whoops.
Mules turn it over.
A little bit of a letdown here at the end.
So the Mules are going to wind up and not pull out the victory, but man, it was not the blowout that a lot of people thought it might be.
Our undefeated February is coming to a close.
And you got to remember, we didn't have Gavin Rivers tonight either.
No, we didn't
that
have Gavin. That makes a difference.
Things could be a lot different.
Guys stepped up and played hard.
And basket is good by Julian Cordius.
That's not acceptable. Nobody's standing around.
64-50. Isaiah Neville, he goes through the lane, knocks it down, and final score is going to be 64-52.
And the final score, New Madrid County
as the Mules are going to fall to 8-12 on the season.
Good effort until the last minute and a half.
Absolutely. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick timeout here. We're going to come back and we'll wrap it up as the Mules fall tonight 64-52. You're watching and listening to live coverage of Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Larry Hillis is a proud sponsor of Mule Sports. Local sports, local fans, and local business. A winning combination.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
All right, so we are back here live in New Madrid to kind of wrap things up here this evening as the Mules fall tonight. They fall to New Madrid, the number 4 team in the state of Missouri in Class 3. But, man, the Mules, they had a great opportunity all the way around here tonight to end up and actually pick up a win. I mean, there were several times where the Mules only trailed by 1 possession here tonight, but the Mules were unable to pick up this win. So what we'll do is we're going to break it down here real fast for you, and we will let you know, or we'll go ahead and end it. We'll get everything taken care of, and then we'll end the broadcast and get you back to regular programming here tonight as we get ready for another ball game coming up tomorrow. And that game is going to be played in Poplar Bluff, where the Mules will take on the Dexter Bearcats in what should be a decent matchup. By the way, real quick, once again, the Lady Mules getting a big win here tonight in Poplar Bluff as they were able to take on the Lady Bearcats and pick up the win. All right, here tonight, looking at New Madrid, they shot the ball 46% here tonight. They were 23 out of 50, 1 out of 5 from behind the arc, and 17 of 32 on the free throw line. 31 rebounds, 11 steals, 11 turnovers, 8 block shots, 14 assists. Mules, in the meantime, they shot the ball 35%. They were 20 out of 57. 6 out of 9 on the free throw line, 6 of 14 from behind the arc, 35 rebounds, 17 turnovers, 11 assists, 4 block shots, and 5 steals. That was the team percentages for both the Mules and for the Eagles out of New Madrid. New Madrid led by B.J. Williamson, 25 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Jadis Jones, 18 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists. 11 by A.J. Ruff. He had 3 rebounds and 3 assists. And then from there, 8 points by Braden Newsom. And then 2 points by Julian Curtius. That was the entire scoring by the Eagles of New Madrid. Looking over at the Mules, they were led in scoring by Brendan Durden. He fouled out with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. And then 10 points by Marlon Hickman-Roberson. He had 6 rebounds and 1 assist. 7 points by Torrance Williams and 7 rebounds and 3 assists. He would also foul out. 5 points by Darius Graham, 5 rebounds and 2 assists. 4 points by Isaiah Neville. He would end up with 3 rebounds and 3 assists as well. And then 3 points by David Durbin coming in that first quarter. 3 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, and Dallas Williams would also add in a 3-point bucket in the fourth. He would end the game with 3 points and 1 rebound. That was your scoring all together tonight. New Madrid outscored the Mules 14-10 in that first quarter, 12-8 in the second quarter. And then the Mules actually outscored New Madrid at 16-14 in that third quarter. And then New Madrid 24-18 over Poplar Bluff. That took place in the fourth quarter as well. So that is your entire scoring breakdown here tonight, as the Mules coming up a little bit short over the state-ranked Eagles out of New Madrid. New Madrid now goes to 17-6 on the season, and the Mules will now fall to 8-12 here this season. Our next broadcast, by the way, it is coming up on tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow night rather. We're going to be live in Poplar Bluff. It'll be the Mules taking on the Bearcats out of Dexter. It'll be a traditional JV game at 6, and then it'll be the varsity at 7:30. Our live broadcast is going to begin shortly during the JV game. We're going to get everything set up and ready to go. We'll get that game going probably midway through the third quarter or the beginning of the fourth quarter of the JV. We'll get all that situated, and we'll get you to the game as well. All right, for Tim Hicks, I'm Frankie Castile. The Mules here tonight. Also, John Scott. The Mules fall tonight. They are now 8-12 on the season. Once again, let's thank our sponsors one more time, and then we'll get out of here. Our good friends at First Midwest Bank, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Also being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Russians Towing, Air Solutions, First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, Patriot Auto Glass, Christian Automotive and Tire. Also being brought to you by Eye Care Specialist, Larry Hillis Dodge, Briggs & Stratton, the Scott Law Group, LLC, and being brought to you by Taco John's. Once again, we are saying so long from New Madrid. Back on tomorrow night beginning at around 6:45 for more Poplar Bluff Mules basketball. You've been watching and listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.